Today, we're putting right regrets of the past. A set of 20 Pifco Candle-Lights. So, backstory, I acquired a set of these in about 2014. They were in the to-do box for a little while. I got them out, I restored the bulbs, and I wasn't feeling them at the time. I don't know why. And I sold them in 2016. And ever since 2016, I've been pining for them, and I have no idea why. Here's a little trip down the archive of what these lights look like. Single generation set. 2 models. They're a 70s set. I don't think they trickled down into the 80s. You can get them in 35, you can get them in sets of 20. Green cable or white cable. They look fantastic in the boxes, and I think it's particularly this picture here of this set of 35 that made me think, you know what, maybe I should get another set of these. And they're not to be confused with fairy candles, which are a more ornate version candle lights. They are completely detachable from their bases. So I was trying to get a set of these with white cable, but I couldn't find any. And a few other sets fell through. There is still currently a set on eBay that's completely destroyed and unfixable. It was offered to me very cheap by the seller, but I was just not willing to touch it. I wanted one that was a little bit more intact. And these can go for a pretty penny. I saw a set sell for £90. And although they did come in the box, they didn't work. And that was a set of 35. I managed to get these for £22, not working, but the seller was able to send me some extra photos to show that they were all intact and there was no meltage and there was no signs of overheating. After about 3 weeks, I asked the seller for an update because they hadn't arrived, and then they just vanished. Me and the seller, we started a case with the shipper, which was Every, and in the end, eBay refunded me and also refunded the seller. The seller was compensated, so we both got paid out. And then 2 months later, they turned up. I don't know. So I essentially got these for free. I told the seller she was made up and she wasn't bothered because she got paid out. Because I did ask her, do you want them back? And she's like, no, they're yours, you keep them. Fantastic. So let's have a little look at these. I think we'll do a ultraviolet test first. And I had high hopes for this one, but there's nothing much going. The red ones just go orange. Oh, the green ones have got a little something. Oh, and these white ones, but white always does have a strong reaction to ultraviolet. So there's your ultraviolet test. Let's see if we can find our end bulb. Oh, here we go. So we have these delicate little all-in-one piece moulded shades, candle shape, and they have these berries which are for attaching them to your trees. So you open up this little gap here and then you push the berry up so it sits on the tree like that, upright. As for maintenance, see how far down that goes, really bitten into the plastic there. So we could maintain these if they had loose cable. And there is no cable grip protection on these, it just comes straight out. Oh, and interesting, they have springs inside. You see that? Little spring, don't think I've ever seen that before. Interesting. So that will obviously help push the that little terminal we pushed out, obviously help it push against the base of the bulb. And that was difficult to screw in because of it. Interesting. So we have red. We have this really strong green. We have purpley pink. We have blue. We have orange. These ones seem to be the most affected by heat. We have white. And we have yellow, which also seems to be affected by heat. So there are your colours. All of the bases are intact. I couldn't see any broken handles here. They're all intact by the look of it. And nothing melted. This one is probably the closest one to meltage, but that could also just be the way the mould works. You can just about see a seam down there. So yeah, very interesting. Plug. It's an MS plug. Have a little look inside. And we have a old 13 amp plug. Oh, that's not good. That could be very dangerous. So we need to do a little bit of general maintenance on this, and that's not in fully either. Cable grip is not doing much. So we'll pull that through. Oh. Well, there's your problem. Let's fix this. I've been fast forwarding the last few plug videos where we deal with plugs. I will do this one in real time for you, for your viewing pleasure. Cut that down a little bit, fold it over because there's not many strands there. Put that in there. And that's the neutral fixed. This one is atrocious, so we've got to get that fixed. That was very close to the earth pin. Well, there's not many strands on that one at all. I think we'll go full fresh with this one. And this is the first time we've been able to test our new wire strippers that were donated to us with this kind of gauge, and it works. And this one has to go, which way around does it go? So I've got to put it in this way, like that. Fuse. I can't really tell what that one is, but it's old. Should we crack it open? See what's in it? Don't think we've ever cracked open an old fuse before. Let's make a mess. It's full of sand. There you go. And that's what's inside a fuse. There's your fuse cable. Just pulled it out. It's ceramic and it's full of sand. And now so is my desk. cable grip is not doing much at all, but at least it's not going to pull out again now that we've tightened up our cables. Okay, let's do some tidying up. Okay, the dimmer plug is at about 30%. Let's plug in. And they work, surprisingly. It's funny, I thought I felt a loose bulb earlier on. Oh, look, I remember one of these white ones felt loose, and that is loose, but I think, let's have a little look. I think that little spring-loaded, oh, it's gone off now. Yeah, that spring-loaded base pushes on them, so you can get really loose bulbs, and that spring pushes the terminal up to make a contact. So I think we need to go through these and make sure we don't have any other loose bulbs. Maybe that's why they didn't continue that feature, because it was just forcing bulbs to be loose all the time. It may have caused issue. Oh yeah, that one's very loose. Right, tell you what I'll do. I'm just going to go through all these off camera and make sure that they are all tight. So it won't be long. Yeah, that's not good. There were 14 in total loose bulbs, and I mean not just a little bit loose, a lot of them were extremely loose. And when you saw me twisting that one, you saw the whole set arc and light up brighter, and that's on 30% power. So if that was going through the whole set on full power, you could cause a cascade failure, and that's probably why a lot of these lights have meltage on them. That little spring mechanism was obviously an issue. If anybody else has had experience with this or have seen that spring mechanism before, let me know. And surprisingly, a lot of the bulbs are in their correct bulb holders. This purple had a green bulb and this green bulb had a purple, so I've just done a little swap and I put the green one in this one, so not bad. So all I have to do is scrape all the paint off this one. See how it goes brighter all of a sudden. That arc, that isn't good. So you need to be extremely careful with these lights. Warning, be very careful. And there's our bulb, clear of paint. And there we go. Good as new. So let's see how far we can turn these up. Okay, that is full power, and they're a little bit on the bright side for me, so I'm going to turn them down to about there, which is 60% power. We have a fuse bulb, and it is in the white base, and the white one is the first one on the string. Just going to do a little experiment. Remove this bulb. You see that? Took the bulb out and the set arced out. Yeah, the plug needs to be rewired the other way around. Our end piece needs a little bit of braiding. Just going to put a screwdriver through the end loop and then just twist around. That nice and taut again. So that's that braided. Here is our faded red. It's gone brown orange. The green is holding up quite well. Some banding in there, but it's still green. Here is our pink or purple. Probably a purple bulb way back when. There's our blue. It's completely faded. Here's our yellow, but it's like an orange yellow, so it's an orange bulb in these. Here's our white. And here's our yellow. So we need to do yellow bulbs and orange bulbs. So there's our complete collection of colours. So we can get these. Ow, that was hot. 60% power, and this one was on the verge of burning me. Ow, that green is hot. There we go. There's all our colours together. 7 colours in the set, full complement. Oh, I just found another one. Ah dear, I could have put that green bulb in there. Oh well. So the braiding isn't too bad, but it gets a little bit loose towards the plug. So we'll just twist the plug around like that. And it torts up the cable. It's an easier way of doing the braiding, I've discovered. Just keep a tighter hold. You need to keep a good grip here. It does undo over time. You've got to make sure you pull on it as you're turning as well. Okay, that's that done. Much better. So, what should we do with these lights? Should we leave them with the washed out faded colours, or do we fully scrape them down and restore them with fresh bulb paint? We've still got to do that with. Still waiting for the community to decide what we should do with these ones. We'll probably end up doing them all together. But there's our Pifco Candle-Lights. I finally have another set. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you all on the next one.